What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Zebec today, ZBCN. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, all right? It is the 17th day of September, and here we are at about 0.00417 with 3 hours and 7 minutes left in the day. We're down about 4%, and that's okay. We're dillying and dallying around this area, but we're not going below that low. No, sir. I think we've got higher to go. And I'm not worried about the price action at all. Very much anticipating that we're moving higher. Again, the idea here, just to reiterate what we were saying once upon a time, was that we had a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-legged count. But typically, if this is your right 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, your fourth wave does not interact with the first wave, and that's your first wave there. So the fact that we interacted with that at all nullifies that count and makes me think that we actually have higher to go, right? This is just a overall corrective phase inside of a move that's going to take us higher. I very much do believe that we're going to take higher. Think of it like this right here. Here's your big move up. You corrected, right? You did your thing. Now you're starting a new move. That's the first leg of the move. Here's your correction phase. You've got another leg to go, and it's going to take you to new all-time highs. We're winding up now to go to new all-time highs, and that's going to happen any day now, right? We're looking at Toshi today. Toshi's up 54%. It's just a matter of time before the rest of this list starts seeing days like this, right? Not every coin, and here's something that's important. I'll probably make a video on this later, but I'm just going to tell you guys right now, looking you right and clear in the face. It's important to not get distracted, right? There are going to be a lot of coins that are, I shouldn't say this actually. There's going to be a few coins that are going to be pumping. They're going to see nice growth. And most coins are going to be lagging or waiting their turn. It's maybe a better way to look at it. Don't sell your coin that's waiting its turn to chase the coin that's started its move already. Okay, don't do that. Don't get what I like to call shiny object syndrome. Don't do it. Woohoo, shiny. Don't go for the shiny. Don't you do it. Anyways, here we are on the 17th, 3 hours left. We're down, but who cares? A little bit of volatility never hurt anybody. It puts hair on your chest, or if you're a lady, maybe it takes hair off your chest. I don't know. Whatever the equivalent of that would be. We're going to move away from that. Let's get on to the 1 hour time frame. And let's see here. If we're looking at this with the RSI, the stochastics, and the MACD. The MACD, in all honesty, doesn't look good. I like the stochastics. I don't like that we're turning around right here, but sometimes you do that and you continue to move up. It's not a problem. The RSI does look bearish overall too. Maybe we do have lower to go. I don't know. I mean, the indicators, honestly, they kind of imply that we could go lower, and maybe we do. So what if we do go lower? Let's see. Let's look at this here. Ooh, excuse me. Low to high. Yeah, golden ratio 382. If we were to go lower, again, I still don't believe that we go below this low. Maybe we go down to 2 zeros. Yes, 204 to 20394. Something in there, maybe. Or we could bounce right off the golden ratio, getting a higher high or a higher low, maybe a double bottom, something like that. I don't think it'll be too dramatic if we go lower, but we don't have to. It's just, this is the 1 hour time frame, 4 minutes left. It kind of would make me think that we do have lower to go. Kind of would, because what you're doing here is you're finding resistance at prior support, right? You can see it, which is also at prior support back here, prior resistance right there. You're finding resistance here right now. So it kind of makes sense that you might go lower, and that's okay. Whatever, who cares? Not a big deal. I want to look at this from an overall. Let's look at this with maybe high to low. Let's do that. High to low. Yeah, screw it. Do it. Go back down to 204. I dare you. Do it. And then move up. Probably. You might not even go lower, though. Don't count on it, okay? Don't you dare count on it. Crypto's squirrely right now. Bitcoin's being squirrely, man. We're having a bit of a different reaction than we normally do after the FOMC meeting. Typically, we do just kind of rally on out of this. But I did say in the most recent video I made talking about the FOMC meeting that the fact that we're getting rate cuts is different too. We haven't had rate cuts all year, so this could promote a different result. Every year, for those of you guys that don't know, every single FOMC meeting that we've had this year, we've pumped out of it, right? Maybe not that hour, but the next hour, relatively around there, we've actually pumped out of it rather immediately. So here we did pump a little bit, but we're coming back down. Maybe we go lower. I don't know. We'll see. We'll look at the charts. I'll have to make another Bitcoin video by the end of the day, but Zebec definitely looks like it wants to go a little bit lower, and that's okay. That is totally fine. Oh. By the way, not financial advice, not a financial advisor. I need to mention this more often because I don't want to leave anybody high and dry. I'm saying I don't think we go below this low, but let's pretend I'm wrong. which never happens. I'm perfect, right? I've never been wrong in my life. I'll probably never be wrong. But in the case that I am, which I know sounds crazy, if I'm wrong, who cares? It's not a big deal. Let's say you even go below this low. Where are we going to find support, right? Do you guys remember what we were saying? Do you remember what the game plan was back in this area? The game plan, well, it was technically to go to 0035 or lower. I thought that we would go lower, though. Even throughout here, we thought that we'd go lower. I think that 0033 to 0031 would hold a support. So even if we go lower than this low or this low, if we go lower, this would be our area for support. It would be kind of weird and unorthodox to do that, but sure, anything can happen. We do that, and then boom, then we're ripping and running. It's okay. Not a big deal, right? It might seem like a big deal if you buy right now, but I wanted to buy at the perfect low. Well, sometimes it doesn't happen. And I mean, really, if you look at this from August to where we are now, we're at a pretty good area. We're at a pretty good area to buy, right? You took what was a bear flag, right? You had this bear flag look. You kind of had that, and you actually extended it. Now it's more of like a bullish channel up. We're at the bottom end of this channel. If anything, I think it is a good time to buy. But again, thinking that we could go a little bit lower, I don't think that we go lower than this low or this low, but even if it happens, 0033, 00309, that area will hold. And why is that area important? We haven't gone over the indicators yet. We'll go over those. That area is important because, or significant at least because, from a low to a high, that's where our golden ratio is, 0033, 00309, right there. And we could absolutely go there. But the fact that we're holding up above the 382 looks nice right now, I must admit. Looking at the 4-hour indicators, the RSI overall is bullish. Yeah, overall, I like it. It is bullish. Bouncing off the 40 is nice. We have 3 hours left in this 4-hour candle. Let's see if we can come back up by the end of this 4-hour. I think that if this could close green, by the time most of you watch this, if we can come up and close green on this, the 20th hour, so this last 4-hour candle of the day for the 17th of September, if we could close this green, I think that'd be nice. That would look good on the RSI at least, because then you get a 40 bounce and you're not rejecting off the 50. Where here, if you close it red, you are rejecting off the 50 after getting that bounce. You take a nice thing and turn it into a not nice thing. Keep your nice thing, keep it going, okay? Same thing with the stochastics. You would actually be getting a cross, which would be nice as well. And the MACD would persist moving up above the zero. The fact that these oscillators cross above the zero and now you're lagging a little bit, it's not a problem. It would just look better for you to continue moving up. So get some green candles here going into the end of the day. Let's see how it goes, okay? And again, if you move lower, I'm not anticipating that we go below this low. But if we do, even if we go below that low, who cares? It's not a big deal, right? And I want to be clear as well. Going below this low does not mean that we're going below this low. It opens up the possibility a little bit more. But there's still a chance we could find support in between these areas, let alone below this area. And if we go below this area, 0033, 00309, very possible targets to achieve. I'm not thinking that it happens if we go down there, even though we were very much thinking that it happened before. If we go down there, we find support in this area, I'm not going to be like, see, I told you. I'm not one of those guys. I don't care, right? Who cares about being right? Who cares about being wrong? We care about making money on this channel, and I think that everybody should, right? That's why you're investing. Some people literally say you only care about making money, and it's not often that you find that. I think people at this point have just like come to accept that you're in the markets to make money. But if anybody's giving you crap ever, if someone's investing and you're investing and they're like you're just in it for the money, it's like, well, aren't you too? Why aren't you? If you're investing, you're in it for the money. If you don't want to invest, you're not in it for the money. That's okay, but that doesn't make you better than me. It doesn't make me better than you. Everybody just has a different preference on how they want to make money. And guess what? What's nice about trading, what's nice about investing is that you can be wrong more often than you're right. You can even be wrong and still make money if you have the proper risk management and the proper hedges, the proper way to deal with things, right? The best thing to be, this is how you're wrong and you make money, right? You're allocated in ZBCN. Oops, I thought I had my brush, not my fib. You're allocated in ZBCN. You bought some, and then here you're thinking, you know what? It's going to go down. I'm going to buy some more once it goes lower. And since you're already allocated in, it goes up. You were wrong, but you're making money. Because if you really think it's going to go down, you have strong conviction it's going to go down, why not just sell out of it completely? You don't do that. That's bad risk management. Why would you get rid of it? Because what if you're wrong, right? The best thing about this is that you can make money when you're wrong. And then if you're right and you're allocated in it and you're losing money because you're allocated in it and you're losing money, well, now you have a chance to buy at lower prices. And then whenever you are right inevitably, or whenever the price goes up inevitably, you're going to have even more cash. I don't know. The markets are very forgiving if you're patient, if you play the game properly. Okay, but if you get impatient, if you try to make money fast, that's how you lose money fast. If you try to make money slow, you'll make money fast that way. Weekly time frame here. Looking at this bad boy, you look great, man. You look so good, ZBCN. I mean, big old green pogo stick here. Nice Oh, that was a bit odd. Nice consolidation phase here. Perfect symmetrical triangle. It's perfect. You're gonna rip, guys. You're gonna rip through the freaking roof. The area that you're expected to go to would be something of about 2 cents to 4.5 cents. I'm personally calling for, and I have been calling for, prices all the way up at about 3 cents to 4.5 cents. We can even raise the bar because the 2272, typically with this line, the 2272, you don't stop there. You actually go just above there. So let's say 3.2 cents or higher, 4.5 cents. That's where I think you're going to go. When? By the end of October? Maybe in early November, maybe. I'm actually really starting to think that we do pump going into the end of October, and the beginning of November is green, so we might move up a little bit more going into the end of the beginning of November. But I have a feeling that if I'm off by a week, if I say by the end of October we're there, and instead it's the first week of November, I have a feeling that's not going to be a big deal, right? Again, going back to that, it's not a big deal to be wrong. Who cares? Timing is the hardest part to get of this stuff, anyways. But I've got nothing else for you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one, okay? Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.